Hey, Divine Ones, it's Latoya O'Keel. Welcome back to another episode of the Divine Destiny with Latoya podcast. It's been a while since I've been on the official podcast with y'all, so I'm excited to jump on tonight and just bring y'all a really quick message. So I'm sitting here at my desk, talking to the Holy Spirit, just communing with God, and I just wanted to share this message with y'all. This is going to help a lot of my content creators. As you all know, I train and certify men and women to become life coaches, start their life coaching businesses. One of the main ways that you're going to attract your tribe, attract your clients to you is through your content. You know, it's just the world that we live in today. Whether we like it or not, social media is a huge part of our lives. It's a huge part of our business. If you run a business, chances are you gotta have some content out there. You gotta have some content floating around out there to be able to, just basically keep up with everything that's going on in the business world now, because it's just so much that's online now, so much that's virtual. The world is literally going virtual. So, I'm just sitting here, I'm talking to God, and God was giving me this revelation, giving me these downloads, and I want to share this with y'all. I want to share a secret with y'all to help you build your platform, whatever it is that you do, whatever God has gifted you to do and you're a content creator, you putting content out. You may feel like, Toya, I've been working hard. I've been putting out my videos. I've been posting every day. I've been posting to my stories every day. I've been, sending emails out. Like you may have a blog. You may, published a book, whatever it is that you do. And you just feel like it ain't, it's not growing organically. Like you can't get it to, it's just, you're not seeing any growth. I'm going to share with you a secret, which is really not a secret at all, but you could call it a secret. I'm going to tell y'all, and this is what I do. See, people think that when you're a servant, I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff. First of all, let me back up. People think that when you own a platform, when you have a big platform, or, you got a couple people that's following you and you doing, you doing what people would say, you doing your thing. So you doing your thing out here on social media, you killing it. You got a platform, you have a brand, you have an audience, you have a tribe. What people have to understand is that person is a servant. That person is a servant. Jesus told us, he said, the greatest among you is the servant. Meaning that if you want to be great, Jesus gave us the formula to being successful. He gave us the formula right there to being, to reaching that high level of greatness. He told us that we got to serve. So one of the best ways to serve is what I found is you have to use your pain as motivation. You have to use all of the dirt and use all of the hurt and the pain that the enemy done dumped off on you. And his intention was to bury you in that. You got to use that to make you stronger. You got to use that to make you come even harder. You got to use that as your fuel, as basically your content. I'm gonna tell y'all some of my biggest messages, some of my videos that hit and went viral just like that, which it was never my intention to be, oh, I want this to go viral. Oh, I want that. No, my intention was to use the pain that I had went through to inspire other people that, look, if I made it, you can make it. My intention was to motivate, to inspire, to empower the people of God, to empower God's chosen vessels, to rise up, to walk in their divine purpose, to be everything that God has called them to be. And I did that because of the pain that I went through. This is the secret. The pain that I went through, the hell that I was feeling in that moment. Because see, what people don't realize is when you got a platform, when you got an audience and people looking from the outside and they thinking, oh, wow, she just got it all together, or he got it all together. He got this, he got that. What people not looking at is the storms that you done went through, the hell that you done went through, the pain that you done endured, all the trials and the tribulations that you done had to go through in order to get to that place that you at, where they seeing you at. And see, what people don't realize is that person is a servant. That person is a servant. See, the reason that person is great is because that person was able to think beyond themselves. See, you got to think beyond yourself. And I'm just going to be real and transparent with y'all. Some of the times, some of the moments in my life where I was so heartbroken, I was so hurt, I was devastated. Those were the moments, those were the seasons that I birthed some of my best content. I gave birth to some of my best content. And I'm going to tell y'all how. The secret was, in the moments when I felt abandoned and I felt alone, I could have let that turn me bitter, and I could have, let that turn me into a horrible person. But instead, I had to think with the mind of a servant. I had to think beyond myself. And I had to say to myself, when I'm leaning up against my bathroom wall in the bathroom, in my bathroom with my door shut, leaning up against my bathroom wall, crying my eyes out because I'm hurt, because I'm disappointed, because I'm devastated, because I'm just broken. And I didn't want my children to see me like this. And I'm on social media. I'm on social media empowering and inspiring people every day. And I'm in my bathroom, leaning up against my wall, just crying my eyes out. And in that moment, I said, Toya, this is bigger than you. This is bigger than you. Think about how many other women going through this same thing right now. Think about how many other men going through this same thing right now. And in that moment, I had nobody. I had nobody I could call. I had nobody I could talk to, because see, what people don't understand, when you reach a certain level, or when you get to a certain place, and I'm just being real with y'all, the higher you get, the more successful you get. Like the higher you elevate, you're going to find it's going to be less and less people that you can reach out to. It's going to be less and less people that you can talk to, because people will think, oh, well, that's LaToya O'Keel, or that's such and such. They don't go through nothing. They could just knock that out the park, that. But what people don't realize is you're human. You're human, and you're still going to go through things. And see, my point is, the point that I'm making is, in the midst of everything that I was dealing with in them times when I was hurt, because you human, you still gonna be hurt, you still gonna go through, you still gonna have your moments where you just not gonna be with it, you're gonna want to give up, you're gonna want to throw in the towel. But this is the secret. You gotta say, when you don't have nobody to say it to you, you gotta say it to yourself. And you got to get your behind on that camera right then. You got to dry your face. I immediately dried my face, put eye drops in my eyes, because you know how your eyes red from all that crying and stuff. Put eye drops in my eyes to get the redness out of my eyes, dried my face, did my makeup, put on me a t-shirt, and got my behind in here in my office and recorded that video. And that was the day that I made that video, when I said there will be no rest for the wicked. There will be no rest for the wicked. And what a lot of divine ones didn't know is that I was not only talking to them, but I was talking to me. I was talking to me. And that's the secret. When you down and out, when you hurt, when you at your lowest, when you I'm talking about you, the devil just done did a number on you. He done took you down through there. You got to use them moments right there, baby. The devil don't want y'all to know this. You got to use that pain as motivation. I love the way Dr. Billy Alsbrook said. He said you got to use your pain as lighter fluid. Use it as lighter fluid to ignite that fire, to light that fire that God put on the inside of you. Because you got something in you, you got knowledge in you, you got wisdom in you that other people can eat from. And that's how you're going to become great, by serving your gift. And y'all can go look up that video on YouTube if you ain't already seen it. Go look it up on YouTube. It's one of my most popular videos. And you know why it's one of my most popular videos? It's because that was actually one of the lowest moments of my life. Behind the camera, off the camera. See, people not seeing what's going on behind the camera, what's going on off camera. But see, You just got to have that mindset to say and think beyond yourself and say, okay, I might not have nobody I can call right now. So I'm going to say to them, I'm going to say to the divine ones, I'm going to say to my tribe, I'm going to say to my audience what I would need somebody to say to me. And see, this the servant heart. This is why I say you got to have a servant heart, because the servant in me wouldn't let me get on that camera and say me, and my, and I. No, the servant in me got on that camera and said, you. I directed my message to you, even though it came from my pain, even though it came from my hurt, even though it came from my brokenness. I still got on that camera and I thought about you. I spoke to you. See, that's the secret. That's the secret. I see so many content creators. I see so many people. Listen, it's okay to get on camera and talk about your story. It's okay. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be completely 100. Don't nobody want to hear about your story if it's not going to help them. If your story is not helping me get through what I'm dealing with, I don't want to hear it. And I'm just telling y'all, this is how the majority of people think. The people that you're going to be putting out content for, this is how these people think. They don't want to hear about your story unless you coming to help them. How is what you saying going to help me right now? See, once you unlock that and you tap into that and you learn how to take what you went through, this a whole seminar right here. I hope y'all getting these gems, because this going to take your brand to the next level. This going to take your following to the next level. I don't care if you get on there and create a meme. You ain't even got to be talking. You can just create a meme. There's people going viral just from posting a meme and making a video out of it. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to hear, whatever it is that you wishing somebody would call you and tell you, don't be bitter. Don't be angry. Don't be upset because you ain't got nobody to motivate you, because you ain't got nobody to call you and check on you. Activate the servant on the inside of you. The greatest among you is the servant. The servant knows how to put themselves to the side and how to serve others. And see, when you give people what they want, come on now, listen to me. This is the principle of service. When you learn this and you tap into this, it will change your life. You will never have to worry about money. You will never have to worry about peace. You will never have to worry about happiness. But you must first learn to serve. When you can put yourself to the side and you can be of service to somebody else, you can take the natural gifts and talents and the natural skill set that you have and you can give it to somebody else. You can add value to somebody else. You can serve somebody else. When you give people what they want, they will give you what you want. But you got to first give the world what the world wants, and then they'll give you what you want. Let me tell you something. If you learn how to serve, baby, I don't care if you dying in the middle of nowhere. I don't care if you in the boondocks. I don't care if you out there in the swamp. People will come to you. Do you understand me? They will come to you. They will buy tickets. They will get on a plane. They will get on a boat. They will fly in. They will do whatever they need to do to come, because you gave them something. And they're going to want to keep getting whatever that is that you giving to them. And see, this is why I'm an advocate of self-care and self-love and promoting self-care and self-love, because you got to take care of you. You got to take care of you. You got to prioritize you, because see, in the midst of all that giving, in the midst of all that serving, you also too have to take time for you, do little things for you. And I also want you to understand that in you giving, in you serving, that is also something that you're doing for you. That is also a form of self-care. That is also a form of self-love. When I get on these videos, when I get on these podcasts with y'all, that's a way of me loving myself, because the words that I'm saying to you, I'm directing them to you. They going to you because I am a servant. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to deliver value to you. I'm here to give the impression of increase to you. I'm using my stuff. I'm using my pain. I'm using my life experiences, but I'm turning it into lessons that I can come on a video, that I can come on a podcast, that I can get in a book, or I can teach a masterclass, or I can create a course or a membership or masterminds, or whatever your product or your service is. You turn your experiences, you turn your knowledge, your wisdom into lessons that you can teach other people. And that is a awesome, excellent way to serve. That is a great way to serve. The greatest among you is the servant. You got to remove you out of the equation. See, people don't even know that what you getting on that camera and what you saying to them, that's what you are. That's what you might be wishing that somebody call you and say to you. You wishing that somebody would take. They don't even know the stuff you getting on camera saying to them, the prayers that you praying for them. You ain't even got nobody to pray that prayer for you. Or you might not even have nobody to call you and motivate you in that season. But it's the servant in you. That's the secret. You got to learn. We got to move ourselves out of the way and learn how to serve. And for the people that say, well, Toya, I done been there for other people. That's the story of my life. I've been doing that all my life. I've been there for other people. This is what I want to say to you. When you remove yourself from the equation and you serve from your natural gifts, see, you got to pick what you have an abundance of. Don't give people stuff that you have a shortage of. If you know you only got just enough for you, then you don't need to be trying to give that out. But you have to tap into the abundance within you. Each and every one of us, it's the way God made us. You have an abundance of something on the inside of you. You have to give from the abundance of that. I remember when I was broke, I didn't have no money. My phone was off. My car was about to be repossessed. They had to cut it off. They was about to get ready to come and pick it up. My car was in my driveway, but I couldn't even crank it up. Couldn't even drive and go nowhere. I had to bomb a ride, had to use Wi-Fi and free calling apps to call my clients, to call my coaching clients. When I was in that season, I had nothing physically that I could give to people. So I said, okay, I know Jesus said the greatest among you is the servant. I know that the person that's going to be great, the person that's going to be successful is the person that masters the art of serving their gift. So what did I say? I said, okay, what else do I have? What else do I have? I've been through a lot. I've gone through a lot. I've learned a lot. I got lessons. I know how to pray. Come on now. I know the word of God. So let me get on this camera. And even though I'm going through, even though I don't know, where my next dollar going to come from, I'm going to get on this camera. I'm going to speak to these people what I would need to hear right now. What would I need to hear right now to pick me up? What would I need to hear? What are the words that I need to hear right now that would transform my situation, that would make me feel better about what I'm going through? Okay, that's what I need to hear. Okay, let me get on this camera and let me say this to the divine ones. And see, in me doing that every day, every week, every month, what happened was my situation started to change. My finances started to change. But I had to first put myself to the side and I had to learn how to serve somebody else. I had to take me out of the equation. I had to stop saying I, and me, and mine. And I had to learn how to serve somebody else. I'm telling you, when you give people what they want, they will give you what you want. And you'll never have to worry about your needs being met in any of that, because the people that you serving, they're going to make sure that your needs are met, because they're going to want to have you in a position to where you can keep giving them what they used to getting from you. See, when you serve people, it's a cycle. You create a cycle. They're going to give to you. They're going to add value to you because they're going to want to keep getting whatever it is that you've been giving to them. They're going to want to keep you in a position to keep giving them what they need. The principle of service is going to change your life. You got to remove yourself out of the equation, and you got to stop being selfish. I used to be a very selfish person. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Before the Lord transformed me, I was so selfish. I was a me, mine. What's in it for me? And when I carried that mindset, that was a scarcity mindset. And when I carried that mindset, I was always broke. I was always penny pinching. I was always going through. I was always down and out. But when I shifted my mindset and I learned the principle of service, I learned how to take myself out of the equation, and I learned how to think about somebody else. I learned how to think about the divine ones. I learned how to think about God's chosen people, and what can I do for that person? What can I do for this person? What do I have to give this person? What word of encouragement, what knowledge, what scripture, what prayer can I share? Can I add to the life of this person? And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be, a scripture, or it doesn't have to be a prayer. I don't want you to think that just because you can't do that you don't have anything else to give to people, because this what I'm talking about, this could be any form of value that you have, anything that is going to help somebody else, that's going to add to the lives of somebody else, that you've picked up from your own experiences, from your own pain, from your own brokenness. See, that's how you turn your pain into purpose. I love y'all so much. I am Latoya O'Keel. I want y'all to make sure y'all go to LatoyaO'KeelAcademy.com. If you're listening from YouTube, I'm going to put the link in the description. I want you to sign up for my masterclass that I'm going to be teaching. If you hear this in February 2022, before February the 28th, go to LatoyaO'KeelAcademy.com and sign up for the masterclass. The masterclass is only $25. In this masterclass, I'm going to be teaching you how to do just what I was talking about. Shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Change your relationship with money. I'm going to be teaching you how to break that generational curse of poverty and financial lack. It's time for your story to change. It's time for you to be everything that God has called you to be. So I open back up the pre-order, because I realized I had closed it, but I realized that there are people that are just now coming in contact with me, people that are just now coming across my brand. So I want to give those people the opportunity to get into the masterclass live as well. So I opened it back up. If you have not purchased the Overcoming a Scarcity Mindset Masterclass and you're listening in February 2022, click the link in the description and go sign up for the masterclass today. Okay. I love y'all so much. I am Latoya O'Keel, and I'll check in with y'all later.